Hello. Well, today is Sunday, but I wonder how many of us have noticed any difference. For some people, Sunday has always been special. In actual fact, I think for most people, they look on Sunday as a break from the norm, a break from doing the normal things, the time when they can get together with families. But you see, for those of us who are Christians or call ourselves believers in Jesus Christ, it's a completely different change for those of us in this modern world, as they say. I can remember, though, having said that, in some ways this has gone back to days that I remember, in that no shops were open. We never had big stores open. In fact, probably the only shop that might have been open on a Sunday morning would have been a newsagent's, where you get your Sunday papers from. And for some of us, that was even taboo, to even think about going into a shop on a Sunday. That would have been a no-no, especially as far as my parents went. But now we've come almost in full circle in that respect, that there aren't the shops open anymore. And it's not just on Sundays, it's right throughout now, isn't it? And unfortunately, every day seems to be almost the same. So for those of us who are Christians, it's good to have that opportunity to still worship. I've been to church this morning, online. I've been listening to a sermon, online. I've been singing hymns alongside those who have been singing hymns, online. I've been praying with those who have been praying, online. And it is good for us to have that comfort and that time of fellowship together. It's not the same. I don't say it's the same. We do miss having our one-to-one and face-to-face talks with our friends, our neighbours and our fellow churchgoers. We do miss that, but we are keeping in touch still. And this thing called Zoom, which we all try, whilst it's not perfect, it is a good way of seeing faces that we know, friends that we know, and it's a good time to get together. And today, being Sunday, it's good that we still make that just a bit more special. For some people, it's certainly difficult. It's even more difficult for those who are on, as we were talking about the other day, on the front line, to find time to stop and pause and to reflect upon things. It's difficult for them, I'm sure, because they are so busy, so wrapped up in all that they're doing for you and for me, and all they're doing for people who are taken ill. It's still very difficult, I'm sure, for them to stop and pause to reflect. Hopefully they find time to say a prayer, and I do know they are. I've spoken to one or two who are still in that field, that front line, as I say, where they're caring for others. So yeah, it's good to keep Sunday special. It's good to remember family, and it's good to know that the Lord is still surrounding us. You only have to come to somewhere like this, for me especially, and hear the birds' song, the bees buzzing in the trees and around the bluebells, and to reflect on the glory of God, the wonder of his creation. And I know there'll be some people saying, well, Lord, a load of rubbish, Richard. That's just not on. And it's so difficult for me to believe any otherwise, and especially as I feel and know the Lord walks with me, as I say, talks with me, speaks to me, and lives with me. It's also very, very special, and He's there for everybody if they did but know it. I'm sure there'll be some that will have switched off by now. Well, that's their prerogative. But really and truly, we do just pray that for people across the world, not just in our nation, but across the world, that the Lord will enter into their hearts and minds. Those who are in distress, we pray that He will give them peace in their hearts and minds. Those who are in need of healing, we pray for that. It may not always come in the way that we pray for, but God will heal, does heal, in so many different ways in which we will probably never really understand or see for ourselves in this life anyway. But we have that life to look forward to, that everlasting life that Jesus has promised us. And he's proved it's there because He came, He's risen. And this is the 4th Sunday in Easter, and we're still remembering that time, that special day when He rose again. We watched a film, Jenny and I watched a film yesterday on the resurrection, and alright, it was a bit, well, English as they say, westernized as they say, but it still had the same message, and it's as true today as it was then. He still walks with everybody who calls upon His name. God bless. Have a lovely day. And if you're watching this on a Monday, don't worry. It could still be a Sunday in these times. Every day seems the same. So make every day a special day to remember and reflect upon the things of God. God bless again. The sun might not be shining, it hasn't stopped the birds from singing. Bye. Bye.